Dunkirk Beach, he said, what about Barcelona Beach? Here we are.
Welcome, Andy Goodell. Yeah?
I was an intern for Charlie Goodell.
Oh, 2 years ago.
Long time. He was. I don't know if you'll like this or not. He was the first anti-war Republican. You know, he was appointed when Kennedy was shot by Rockefeller. Okay, so how am I starting? Okay, great. Okay, we're going to have to hurry along, folks. But I want to thank my colleagues who are here with me. And we have our great Congressman, Nick Langworthy, who we work together on this issue. We always try to work bipartisan. Our Chautauqua County Executive, P.J. Wendell. And PJ, when I got money for Dunkirk Beach, said, what about Barcelona Beach? I said, next year. That was a year ago. Here we are. I want to thank our Martha, where are there you are, our Westfield Town Supervisor, Chautauqua Watershed Coordinator, Dave McCoy, and our new Dunkirk Mayor, Kate Dovizesh. Did I get that right? Doviaz, close. Okay, very good. So it's a good day to be here today. It's cold but beautiful here on Lake Erie, right on the shores in Chautauqua County and in Westfield. So today is a great day for Westfield, Chautauqua County, and really the entire Western New York region. If you go into Buffalo, you'll hear lots of people who spend lots of time in the summer right here at Barcelona Beach. So it affects all of Western New York. And one of the true gems of Chautauqua County is the waterways and harbors. They're the beating heart of the vibrant tourism economy, with families coming far and wide to visit the beautiful waterways here, whether they be the lakes or right here at Lake Erie. And then they shop in our downtowns, they visit our main streets, they come to the restaurants, they want convenient access of places like Barcelona Harbor right behind us. But ask any of the folks here and they'll tell you that the future of our harbors has been of serious concern. Years of sediment built up and extreme weather has made parts of the channel completely unnavigable, eroded its infrastructure, and flood protections that our communities needed are eroding away as well. So 2 years ago, I came here with news of the millions finally needed to get dredging underwater for 3 of our primary harbors here in Chautauqua County: Dunkirk, Cattaraugus Creek, and Barcelona behind me. The dredging of Barcelona Harbor was completed last summer to the massive benefit of the community. But one of the biggest outstanding questions after we got all that done for Barcelona Harbor was repairs to the breakwater. As you can see, it is falling into well, maybe you can't see, it's a little far away, but take our word for it, it's falling into disrepair, okay? And no longer keeping out the sediment that was so important to keeping the harbor and the beaches and everything else beautiful. Many thought these repairs would be stuck in the water. Today, I'm here to announce, along with our Congress member and our county executive and our town supervisor, we have secured funding in Washington, the congressman and I, bipartisan. Sometimes there is bipartisanship in Washington. And we have, the congressman and I, we have secured $7.5 million in this year's federal budget for the Army Corps of Engineers to finally repair Barcelona Harbor's breakwater. And now as we enter the final negotiations to pass the appropriations bills next month, I'm here to vow to fight tooth and nail to protect this funding for Chautauqua County to get these repairs done. I'm the majority leader, first ever from New York. I use my clout for New York. And we were able to get this in the bill, and it's going to stay in the bill, as long as we have a budget, which we both want.
That's right.
We hope we get one, but we will. We will. The negotiations are going along just fine. And so it's really important to get this done. The funding is how we can ensure our summer tourism economy can breathe new life into the harbor and into the county, bolstering businesses, bolstering our great and important tourism industry, especially with summer just a few months away. And it's going to help locals thrive for years to come. A working, well-functioning harbor and booming tourist sector means a 4-letter word here in Western New York: J-O-B-S. My favorite 4-letter word. And I'm going to keep fighting for jobs in every way as I have over the years. So, again, this is something called an earmark. I have the power to put a whole lot of earmarks in for the state, but I made this after PJ actually made the request of me. I made it a very high up request, and sometimes I just do them myself, but it's always better to have support in both houses and from both parties. And the combination of the congressman and I here together makes that possible. He's from the House, I'm from the Senate. If you haven't heard, he's a Republican, I'm a Democrat. But we work together very well on this issue and many others to help Western New York. I've talked to the Appropriations Committee. We got a 50% increase. I said the old number isn't good enough. And I get a huge amount of money for the Army Corps. Our state depends on the Army Corps. And when I help the Army Corps get a budget, I then say to them now, I helped you, you helped me. And they did. Let's hear it for the Army Corps as well. And we're going to work with them very closely. Okay? All right. I will keep fighting to get funding to Western New York at not speed. And now, let me call on our great Congressman, Nick Langworthy, who we worked, as I say, hand in hand together on this issue.
Thank you very much, Senator Schumer, and thank you for the cooperation in working together on this. We had a meeting very early on in my tenure, and he was gracious enough to host me in his office. And it's no secret that we're of different parties, but for Western New York and the Southern Tier, we will work hard every single day for jobs and a better future for our community. So thank you very much for that working relationship. As we all know, Lake Erie is the gem of this region and the lifeline of the surrounding communities. Barcelona Harbor is a beacon of economic activity, as the senator outlined. When I first took office, the county executive, brought this issue to the top of my priority list as we were laying out our agenda and the appropriations requests that we would make for the 2024 fiscal year. And we came out here and saw that sentiment here and worked very diligently with the senator's office, not just after they had secured the funding, but to expedite the dredging of this important waterway. This is a harbor of refuge, and in the disrepair it has fallen into, it is no longer a harbor of refuge, and it is being restored as we speak. The dredging that took place last summer has saved the season, saved the livelihoods of so many charter fishermen, divers, recreational opportunities, because Chautauqua County tourism is the gem in this lake and our other beautiful Lake Chautauqua. It is the way towards the future. It is such a critical element of our economy, and we will be continuing to work to strengthen this harbor and the tourist economy of Chautauqua County through Lake Chautauqua. This is a great example of government partners working together at every level on behalf of the taxpayers of our community, and we're going to continue that. There's still more to be done to fully complete this project and ensure that it's in good shape well into the future. But, with the $6 million we appropriated, and really great news that Senator Schumer got that number topped up as we go into the final negotiations here. This investment is a critical commitment that we will continue on, and the brightest days are here in the future. So, Supervisor, it's a pleasure to be here with you, and County Executive, thank you for your leadership on this issue.
And I just have a question before we call on the county executive. Maybe he or Nick or someone knows. How did it get the name Barcelona?
Do not know.
Supervisor?
I don't know.
I'm not really sure how they chose it. It was
I mean,
Portland
Columbus didn't stop here.
I don't know.
All right.
It's interesting.
Our county executive, who originally, not only with the dredging, but after that, came to us and said we need to do the breakwater, so here we are. And he was the one who was the initial pusher to get both the dredging and the breakwater done to Nick and myself.
Well, thank you, Senator. And it is truly an honor to be here along with two amazing gentlemen who always keep Chautauqua County in the forefront. As the senator said, and as I talked to the congressman, we came here last year when that little green sign wasn't there. That green sign allows people to come in here. This is a safe refuge. You could walk across from the breakwater to breakwater. It was plugged. You couldn't get in or out that far channel. With the work of these two gentlemen, we got that done, and I'm persistent. I didn't stop there. As the senator said, I came back and said, let's do more. Let's go. We're only halfway there. So on behalf of myself and the residents, thank you so much for what you've done. And it's a true testament as to how people, when they work together, even in the halls of Washington, great things happen, especially for those of us right here in Chautauqua County. So I thank the senator immensely and our congressman for the great work that they've done bringing this project home.
Thank you, PJ. And now we have our town supervisor of Westfield, Martha Bills.
Well, I'd like to extend my welcome to everyone that's come out this afternoon. It's such a beautiful day here on the shores of Lake Erie, and I just want to express our appreciation to our congressman, our senator, and our county executive, and his team, who have worked so diligently over the past decade to help us solve these problems here at Barcelona Harbor. Just yesterday, if we had done this yesterday, you would have seen waves shooting 40 to 50 feet over the edge of the breakwall, all the way down both breakwalls, with a waterfall carrying rocks, sand, and debris over the edge of the breakwall. So we do need to repair this aging breakwater in order to keep our harbor functioning. the aging break wall, infrastructure, changing weather patterns, windstorms, high water levels with no protective ice cover have all contributed to the challenging events of over this past decade. To say that it's been a struggle is an understatement. We have been so very fortunate in having partners in government that recognize the importance of keeping the federal channel open and the harbor operational for safety, recreation, and economic reasons. Working together for a more permanent solution, we appreciate this effort that's gone into securing this funding and the bipartisan approach to solving an evolving issue here on the Great Lakes. Again, our thanks and welcome to all of you on behalf of our harbor, all the work you've done. We certainly appreciate it, and
Thank you, Martha.
it's been unrelenting effort, so thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, and our last speaker is the watershed coordinator for Chautauqua, and that's Dave McCoy. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you, Dave.
You know, many have probably heard the myth or the legend of the water engine. Well, I have to tell you, it's real and it's here. It's the engine that drives Chautauqua County's economy. And it's so important to us in terms of jobs, our social fabric, just our culture in general. I can't thank the senator and the congressman enough for working across the aisle in a bipartisan way to bring our harbors back to full functionality. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Okay, we're going to take questions on this subject. This subject. Questions. Well, the budget has to be approved, which we expect to be approved. This is a budget that's due March 1st, and I've been working with Speaker Johnson and others to get a budget done quickly. I know that Nick supports us getting that budget done. Once that budget is done, the money's there, and the Army Corps will start work on it within the next few months.
The amount was $7.52 million.
Yes, it was 6, and we upped it to 7.5.
Is there a design of what needs to be done to correct?
Mr. McCoy,
Is there a design?
design?
Is there a design for what needs to be done?
Yes, that comes first.
There is.
Yep.
The answer is yes.
Last year we added money to an engineering study, so they began the study last year, getting the engineering done. So whenever this money was appropriated, we'll be ready to hit the ground rolling.
Okay. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
I'm going to have to run. Thank you. Okay, thanks, Nick.
Thank you, Senator.
PJ, Martha, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry we got to
Yeah.